Thank you very much. This is great being here in Atlantic City. I was just, they put me in Cher's dressing room. She's been here all week. I don't know if you noticed any of the pictures or anything. And, I was playing backstage with this leather slingshot, right? And I'm like picking off some of the other comics and stuff. Turns out it's her wardrobe. I couldn't believe it. It's just little leather. Now, people assume that actors on TV and movies are just like their characters. That is absurd. I mean, like Jack Nicholson is some lecherous old guy who picks up girls all the time and gets high. Okay, bad example. All right. But all right, I'm going to give you a class example, okay? All right, this happens to me all the time. This happened to me twice today, okay? People come up to me, and now you're not going to believe this, but people come up to me and they say, "Are you as dumb as your character?" No, they do. Now, I must be dumb because I don't think I can come up with a quasi-intelligent response to that question. I mean, should I say, "Excuse me, my character is naive, but I'm dumb"? What I usually do is just I stare at the person for a long time, and I say, "I'm sorry, what was the question?" And then, hopefully they meander off or something. But, to tell you the truth, I started getting a little self-conscious about this. You hear it time and again, right? And so I took one of those IQ tests, like they have in the back of those surfer magazines, And the test comes back. I wait and wait. It comes back, and I'm proud to say, I quote the guy in the white lab jacket with the primo tan. He says to me, "Hey, dude, not to worry. You're at least as smart as the vice president of the United States," right? So now, okay, a little few quail advocates over here, clearly. But now, I mean, this really threw me into a tailspin, okay? So I actually had the opportunity to meet my intellectual counterpart, Quail. I met him at the Indy 500, okay? Last year, the one that Emerson Fittipaldi won? I don't know if any of you watched it, but so Jim Nabors, who plays Gomer Pyle, came up to me and he says, "Do you want to meet Quail, right?" So I said, I'm killing time, sure. So I come over to meet him, and I was a little bit nervous, I really didn't know exactly what to say. And before I could think, I said, "Are you as dumb as your character?" I mean, okay. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of a stupid question because he's not playing a character, he's playing the Vice President of the United States. And I thought he was pissed at me because he kind of just looked at me for a while, and then he said, "I'm sorry, what was the question?" And I would have asked him again, but I forgot. All right, our first all-star got his degree in civil engineering and worked in nuclear power plants until he decided to try something a little more dangerous, stand-up comedy. He's from Nutley, New Jersey. All right. Apparently, he brought down a few relatives, and we met up with him at the Comedy Corner in Tampa. Please welcome Rick Corso.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's the suit you're applauding. I appreciate that. It's a new suit. I bought a new suit. I was going to wear a tuxedo, but this is Atlantic City. You wear a tuxedo and people tip you by accident, which is... the guy $5. He said hello. That's his job. Give him $5. Hell. Of course, Italian guys tip. You've seen Italian guys tip, right? Of course, because they make you watch them. You see that? I give the guy $5. You see it? I gave him $5. You didn't see it? I'll tip him again. I don't care. I'm a big shot. I'm going to tip everybody. Hey, wait a minute. I'll give him $10. Hey, don't start. There's some money for this guy, for that guy over there, this guy back here. I can't even see him. I'm giving him money anyway. You know why? Because I'm a big shot, that's why. Italian guys will tip at a funeral. Hey, could you get me up front by the body somewhere? Come on. Come love the tip. That's why we like to go to church, because that collection plate comes around. Put money in the plate, it's like tipping God. No, here, for him, I want him to have it. Here, for you, for bringing it to him, for that guy over there, for the nun, for the altar boy. Hey, Father, come here, go see Sinatra. Take the money, I want you to have it. In the pulpit. Gotta love Frank. Gotta love Sinatra, right? Especially at the Sands. I saw Sinatra, he's great. He has a song for every town that he goes to. He sings New York, New York, L.A. is my lady, Chicago. What if he works in Nashville? What does he do, sing the square dance? Swing your partner to and fro. Take that chicken, do-si-do. Dig that cuckoo country sound. Promenade that broad around. I love Frank Sinatra. Well, I'm from New Jersey. It's a state law here. You have to. You know, you go to other places, you tell people that you're from New Jersey, they usually assume you have an attitude problem, which is not fair. I went for a job in California. This guy told me that he couldn't hire me because everyone from New Jersey is too sarcastic. I said, yeah, right. Well, that's like punctuation in Newark, you know. At the end of a sentence, everyone does it. How you doing? I'm okay, I can't complain. That's a period. Period, comma, exclamation point. That's It's good to be back. Last time I was in New Jersey was Thanksgiving. I see my mother. It's the worst holiday, though, isn't it? Thanksgiving. I'm 30 years old now. I still sit at that ridiculous card table with the kids. What is that, the etiquette reject table? How do you have to tip your mother $40? Ma, here's 40. Get me up front, away from the kids, all right? Come on, I'm a big shot. Get me up front. For you, for Aunt Rose. My mother takes all the leftovers. She puts them in margarine tubs because Tupperware is too expensive. The whole refrigerator is packed with leftovers in these stupid containers. You can't see through them. You spend the rest of your life looking for the margarine. Okay, there's the rigatoni, there's the turkey. Oh, look, Jimmy Hoffa, we finally found him. He's in the back of the tub. When I was a kid, my mother switched religions from Catholic to Episcopalian, which is what, Catholic light? 1/3 less guilt than that regular religion. We could eat meat on Friday, but not a really good cut. So and she's so optimistic. It's amazing. No matter what you say to my mother, everything is great. Just great. Great. You lost your job? Great. We'll have more free time? Great. Found your wife with another guy? Great. She's learning new techniques. She's getting in shape for you? Great. Going to jail? Great. You'll get laid? That's great. Well, she's optimistic. It's a nice hotel. I tried to get some sleep last night. I got waken up by a wrong number. 4 o'clock in the morning, and you know, I wake up with this gravelly 4 a.m. voice. Hello. The guy goes, babe? What's this guy going out with, Wolfman Jack? So I went to the coffee shop. I get this waitress, she is wired. She's giving me coffee after every sip. More coffee, 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 coffee. Put my hand over the cup to block. She fakes left, cuts back right. I don't see her. The cup keeps getting filled up. She's behind a plant with a water pistol. Like, it's coffee, it's coffee. And their uniforms always match the wall so they can blend in and sneak up on you. Some kind of Nescafe ninja. They are right there with the coffee. Unless you ask them for decaf, then they give you that look like... Decaf. Well, let me see if I got a pot made. If they don't have decaf, they just give you regular coffee. Sure, it's decaf. Yeah. All right. About an hour later, that bitch gave me regular coffee. I know it was regular coffee. It had the brown handle. Decaf has the orange handle. Well, you can't taste the caffeine. I mean, you're not going to try it. There's caffeine in it. I was at a restaurant last week. I wanted to get a baked potato, just a regular baked potato. The guy says, sorry, no baked potatoes. It's before 5 p.m. Like they don't have the qualified personnel at this hour. Yeah, I'm sorry, the potato chef didn't show up yet. He's got the tinfoil and the recipe. Come on, it's 10 minutes to 5. Yeah, but the sour cream is in a time-locked vault back there, and, you know, the chive checker has been coming around. So I had the fried cheese, fried mozzarella sticks, deep-fried cheese. Oh, there's a cardiovascular dream come true. See, the cheese doesn't have enough fat. Let's give it a cholesterol jacuzzi. Why don't you just put me in a Pinto and back me into a wall? I saw a strange car yesterday, Mercedes station wagon. Why does Mercedes make a station wagon? If you have that kind of money, buy a Mercedes and a station wagon. This is like having a Rolex clock radio. A friend of mine has a very expensive car radio, and he doesn't want it to get stolen. He has a template, the thing you stick over it to make it look like a cheap AM. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, I guess AM is standard in these new Lamborghinis. Let's go to the next car. So The Wizard of Oz on television, that's a great film. I look in the TV guide, underneath The Wizard of Oz in parentheses it says, repeat. Duh. See that remake, Return to Oz? That was, yeah, disappointing. I really wanted Joan Rivers to play Dorothy the second time. Oh my God, yellow bricks, how tacky. Andy Rooney is the Tin Man. Did you ever notice I've been rusted here all these years? Woody Allen is the Wizard.
It's incredible. It's not going to be a wizard. Guy has no heart to...
Dustin Hoffman is Toto. I don't want to be Toto. I want to be Dorothy. You saw Tootsie. I was Dorothy. Come on. Come on. Sammy Davis Jr. is the doorman when they get to Oz. Who rang that bell, man? So, wait a minute. Those are impressions. My mother likes to call them imitations. I don't like that word, imitation, because it puts me in that category, you know, cheap handbags, fake furs. Now they have this stuff in the supermarkets, imitation crab meat. You know there's not fish at the bottom of the ocean going, wait, I do a great crab. Thank you, you've been wonderful. Thank you very much.
Very funny guy. Very funny guy. I spent some time with him last night. I'll tell you about that later. Our next all-star comes from Atlanta, where she started out at the Punchline Comedy Club. These days she plays Judy Watkins on the ABC series Coach. Not Cheers, Coach. Please welcome Pam Stone.
Thanks. This is fun. I'm the only woman on the show, which is pretty cool, because I'm a single gal. Those words go together, don't they? Single gal? Can't be a married gal, can you? No, you gotta be a married woman, right? Single gal, married woman. And if you're not real careful, you'll wind up some divorced broad, right? Go live with your spinster sister, you know, that old hag, huh? But maybe you're a smart cookie. Get your hair done, get your real estate license, now you're a classy lady. Go to a bar one night, you're all dolled up, you're a foxy chick. A guy asks you to dance, you say no, you're a dyke bitch. I don't want the gentlemen in the audience to think for a second that I'm one of these female comics that comes on stage and slams men my whole act, because I want to tell you right off the front that I love men, not just romantically, but I have many more male friends than I do female friends. I think a lot of women would agree. Yeah, you see? That's right. See, nobody likes women. See what happened? Because you can't trust women. You get a bunch of guys together out nightclub and they hope everybody gets laid. They're pals, right? Yeah. Comrades in arms, right? You get a bunch of women together, each woman wants to look better than the other woman, right? Yeah. Because they don't want the competition. Each woman in the group will lie to the other women, give little helpful hints on how they can look better. Tell each other things like, you know what, Pam, you ought to wear your hair like this. Oh, men love forehead, they really do. Oh, you know what look good with those culottes? Clogs. Black knee socks and clogs, that would look so good. You should just shave your whole head. You really sure? I love men, man. You can trust them. I love all men. I even love rednecks, man. I think rednecks are your best entertainment value, aren't they? Yeah, hell yeah. You can't do anything cultural with a redneck, you know? You take them to an art gallery or something, they act so obnoxious. You're like, this is bullshit, man. I can do better than this. It's like, honey, that's a Picasso. I don't give a shit. Look at that one. It's just a bunch of damn lines. Well, that's a Kandinsky. All right, look at this one. The damn guy's got a big square head. His nose is upside down. His damn eyes are on the same side of his face. Well, that's a mirror. Yeah, no, I love guys. I'd love to be in a relationship right now because I think I've gotten to the point in my life where I need a reliable ride to the airport. But you can't find love when you're looking for it. You ever notice that? When you're dating somebody, married, people hit on you all the time, then you break up, you try to find somebody, you can't, man. I think it's because you look too desperate. Yeah? Yeah, you go to a bar, you think you look cool, you look like a dog under a buffet table. And I've never had friends set me up either, man. And when I lived in Georgia, I had girlfriends that would write to prisoners in jail and try to set me. I swear to God, I'd be like, God, Julie, he's a murderer. And she's like, oh, Pam, they never found the head. So I think I can do better on my own. I've been seeing this one guy, actually. It's going really well. And the other night we were feeling really romantic. And after we made love, you know, I was tidying up the alley. You know, quality time. And I think he's into some kinky stuff, man, because I catch him. He's reading a Fredericks of Hollywood Cat. And he's saying to me, Pam, why don't you wire these little sexy see-through bras, you know? And I'm like, why? I mean, come on, if you don't have feet, you don't wear shoes. Thanks for clapping, you bitch. Anyway. Well, I guess most guys like that. Do you like women to wear sexy lingerie?
No.
No? He's like, nah, I just want to see her naked. Well, hell, I don't want nothing covering up that tattoo of that tractor on her titty. I think most guys like lingerie, guys, do you? Yeah, hell yeah. There you go. In fact, I think guys like anything. That's what I love about men. Men can make a sexual fantasy out of anything, man. Oh, yeah. A guy can call you at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday, and it's like, oh, honey, I can't talk to you right now. I'm right in the middle of painting the kitchen. I'm just up to my ears in paint. The guys are like, oh, really? Is it latex? Oh, baby, put that phone down, move that roller real slow back and forth. Don't let it drip, yeah. And women hate that, man. Women are always ragging guys. You know, they are such pigs. All they think about is sex. That's all they care about is sex. That's all they want is sex, 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 sex. As far as I'm concerned, that's all we have in common, man. So the single people clapped and married people got real quiet on that one. It's like, true. It's the only time we get along with each other when we're together because we don't have to talk. You see? Talking's optional, but you don't have to. Because we've never learned to talk to each other because our parents screwed us up from the day we were born, man. Ever since we were little kids, men were told to be a man. Don't cry. You could have broken your arm when you were 4 years old. Your dad would be like, don't you be a pussy. You snap that bone back in there and don't you cry. Doesn't that feel better? And then what do they tell women? Honey, let it out. You'll feel better. We'll cover for you at work. Go home and cry. Cry. Cry some more. And women take advantage of the fact that it's acceptable for women to cry because women will cry at the drop of a hat. And when we get upset, When we get upset, see, we have all these different emotions that come out of our head at the same time, and it's scary for men to be around us, ladies. Come on. It's like hanging around Sybil with PMS. Not a man in this room tonight who hadn't had a fight with a woman who hadn't had her pull this kind of shit on him. I hate you. You make me sick. I want you to get your shit and get out. Hold me. It's unbelievable what we put men through, man. You ever seen the way men and women argue? That's a trip. You guys, how long you guys been going out together? For 6 months? You ever had an argument? Yeah? Sir, have you ever won an argument with her in 6 months? Yeah? When was the last time you got laid? That's amazing to me. Yeah. No more questions, Your Honor. It's crazy, you know, and it's so important to be able to communicate, because if you don't communicate in your relationship, you know the first thing that's going to fall apart is your sexual relationship. Yeah, you got to communicate for that, because we're so different sexually. I mean, don't you think it's wild the way men have just like one orgasm at a time, women can have multiple orgasms? Isn't that weird? Does that piss you guys off? Yeah. Mother Nature has it all figured out. You know, there's a real good reason why men don't have multiple orgasms, because if men could have multiple orgasms, men would be dead. I mean, be honest, you never leave the house, man. America would be this vast wasteland. Every guy over the age of 10 is locked in his bedroom going, I'm not going anywhere. And dead at 13, that's right. It all evens out because a lot of women don't have orgasms, according to Dr. Ruth in Cosmopolitan magazine. Yeah, that's right. So I see a lot of men think they know. You know, a lot of men tell me things like, you know, well, she screams. You could be on her hair. I'm an animal! Right. So it all comes back to communication. Dr. Ruth says it's the women's responsibility, man. She says if women want to be sexually satisfied, we should tell our lovers how to make love to us. Yeah, my boyfriend gets pissed off if I tell him how to drive, okay? I don't think we need that car behavior in the bedroom. Honey, you know the G-spot, it's right. I see it. Isn't that unbelievable? Thank you very much. Good night.
Okay. Our next All-Star was voted least likely to succeed by his class at West Babylon High School in New York. In case any of them were watching, he is headlining comedy clubs across the country, playing the Big Room in Atlantic City, and he's an All-Star on Showtime. Please welcome Steve Rizzo!
Yeah, Atlantic City. Gambling, drinking, and beautiful women. I mean that. Now, the women are beautiful here, and you know that they are. I was working out in a gym in the area. I can't concentrate when there's women next to me. And these two girls working out together on a bench press. I swear to God, the one girl's coaching the other girls. He's going, that's it, honey. Pump it, get it up, push it, harder. I had to stop and have a cigarette for crying out loud. Then the two girls come up to me, and they say, excuse me, can you spot for us? And I'm like, hey, babe, I think I already did. What? It was an accident. Can happen. I've been on the road a while. That stuff happens. It's a great noise, isn't it? Don't you love that? So you laugh. Use this noise when you want to meet somebody, okay? You want to pick somebody up, you're at a bar, you're looking at someone, they look great, you feel great, you're real cool, you go up to them and you go, hey, babe. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot more where that came from, too. Come on, that's safe sex. You don't have to worry about catching anything, because you know no one in their right mind is going to go home with you. Well, with my luck, they'll probably go, back. Sure, I don't know. There we were in my place. She said, look, this is going to have to be a quickie. I said, no problem. And all the flies in my house are going, what the hell was that? I don't know, but I came 3 times and it just killed Freddy. That's all I know. See, not me. I'm more like this. I'm more like... Come on, everyone, let's go. Come on. Come on, lighten up. Come on. All right. Japanese people. Come on. Okay, black people. Look, he's going, that's not funny, motherfucker. I don't play that game. Okay, Jewish people, how much? Yeah, you laugh. You'll all be driving home tonight going, look, honey. The only one I know that knows how to do that noise besides me is my son. Really, when he was born, my whole family was afraid he was going to grow up like me. Now, I had fears too, because he does everything I do. He does impressions and everything, you know. I always thought, like, the first day of school, the teacher would say, so, young man, what's your name? And he would go, well, what's it to, you bitch? Imagine that, teacher give me a call, Mr. Rizzo, we have a problem. Your son, he thinks he's Jack Nicholson. And I'm like, what the hell you want me to do? Well, just don't piss him off, all right, lady? He's so cute, though, you know. Now he's asking me questions about sex. Can't blame him. If you have a kid and he watches TV, he is going to see sex everywhere. Soap operas, commercials, MTV. I mean, Pee Wee Herman in his last movie had sex. You don't see him doing it, but you know he had it. I mean, what the hell would that have sounded like?
I'd like to do it again, please.
Could you imagine him getting ready to get laid? Hello, Mr. Boner!
Well, you ready to go to work, Mr. Boner?
Oh, Pee-wee, do I have to go in there again?
Sorry, dude, that's your job. Suffer, bitch.
Yeah, you laugh. You'll never be able to watch Pee-wee again, I'll tell you that right now. When I was a kid, I used to wonder what it would sound like if cartoon characters had sex. You imagine that? You turn on your TV, Mr. Magoo's going, turn over, Magoo, you've done it again. Why not, right? On the Mighty Mouse cartoon, the little girl mouse is running away from the big bad cat. Why don't you leave me alone? No, I want to touch your boobies. Oh, yes, I will. No, you can't. Mighty Mouse is getting excited. Here I come to save the day. Put all the cartoon characters in the world at an orgy, right? Quick Draw McGraw's going, oh, there, boy. Snagglepuss is going, heavens to Megatroid, I think I got an erection. Or a hot on even. Look at the size of it even. Exit, and I'm doing it Dougie style even.
Bullwinkle, hey, looky, watch me pull a prophylactic out of my head.
Yogi Bear and Boo Boo.
But Yogi, the ranger's coming.
So's everybody else. Droopy Dog.
Oh, boy, I just popped a big one.
Don't make me laugh, I'll screw up, I'm telling you right now, man. Elmer Fudd. Oh, this is wobbly. Oh, I love getting weighed.
Porky Pig. Fuck it.
Popeye can't get it up and he's going,
Oh, I seem to be having a problem over here. Me thinking a wretched bitch, really embarrassing.
he eats his spinach.
Oh, slide on this one, you skinny bitch.
You guys are sick, you know that, don't you? You are. Hey, man, I'm saying it. You're laughing at it. You got to be a lot more messed up than I am. You know what the ironic thing is about sex? The ironic thing? All right, men think about sex 24 hours a day, but when women have it, they enjoy it a lot more, man. That's true. It's true. I want to know what it feels like just once to have a woman's orgasm. Did you ever watch them? It's like, and I'm like, oh, did I do that? Yes, I am a man. I don't care what happens to me for the rest of my life. What? Hurricane, you go fuck that. Look at what I just did. Well, there are women that have orgasms. You don't even know it. There are those that have it, and the whole neighborhood knows it. You know what I'm talking. Right, guys? We love that. We're like, yeah! Yeah, what a man. I'm gonna bronze myself after this one. I'll tell you that right now. Excuse me, baby. You finished? Great. I'm going out to smoke a tree. I'll see you later, okay? Yeah, a big tree, an oak tree. When I'm done with that, I'm smoking telephone poles, but I'll be back ready in a wreck later on. Why? Because I'm erection man. Come on, guys. We love when they're screaming. You know the kind of a scream where the neighbors are dialing 911? It's registering 8.9 on a Richter scale. All the dogs in the neighborhood are going, ow, my ears, what the hell are they doing? Women enjoy it more than we do. Guys, we have fun, but women go into another dimension. I mean, watch them. Their eyes go into their head, their bodies start shaking. It's almost like they're possessed. They even say things like, do me, give it to me now, I want more. And I'm like, whoa, what happened to the girl I took her to dinner? Oh, the hell with her and do me now. I want it now, I need attention, and if you can do it, I know 20,000 guys that can do me now. Ladies, you think it's funny. You don't realize we go through all of that just to hear you say, I almost had it. You do, you give us the old get smart line. I missed it by that much. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. I just say what I feel, I say what I want. It's the way I was brought up. I was born in Brooklyn. Brooklyn people. And Brooklyn people just have that reputation. They want to say what they want to say, and that's all there is to it, and they're going to say it. That's right, man. This is the way they are. Tough place. Real tough. If there was ever a nuclear war, Brooklyn would survive. Because they wouldn't take that shit. They'd be walking the streets fighting off the radiation. Hey, 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 hey! Get out of here! Fucking radiation. They curse a lot. People from Brooklyn curse a lot, but really, they don't mean to. The F word is an adjective to them. When I was going to college, I was in a history class with a friend of mine who was from Brooklyn, and the professor was talking about when Argentina attacked the Falkland Islands, right? This guy's going, yo, professor, what Falkland Islands you talking about? So the professor's like, I don't think you understand. He's going, hey, no, you don't understand, all right? I ask you a question, I gotta know what Falkland Islands you're talking about, because there's Falkland Islands all over the place. What am I supposed to put on the test, you fucking idiot? Look at the map. You see those little pieces of dirt floating around in the water there? You know what they are? They're Falkland Islands. You got the Hawaiian Falkland Islands, the Bermuda Falkland Islands, the Caribbean Falkland Islands, and somewhere on there, you got Gilligan's Falkland Island. You guys have been great. I gotta get going, man. My name's Steve Rizzo. Thank you so much.
You know, a lot of people think actors don't like to be bothered. Now, I think that's all pretense, okay? I got in last night, I make a beeline to the blackjack table, and I'm sitting next to Rick Corso. You know the first guy who came out here? You know who I'm talking about? And this I'm talking beautiful, beautiful girl, all right? Wedges in between me and Rick, and I'm thinking, hey, thank God for television, you know? These perks are something, they really are, all right? And she plays for a while, not looking at me, much less, you know, saying anything, and I'm thinking, well, all right, she's not the type to gush, you know. Time goes by, Rick is winning, and I am a big, big, big loser, okay? And still she says nothing, and I'm thinking, well, all right, I'm a little casual here, you know. Maybe she doesn't recognize me. All right, so she's got a 20 showing. So I take off my glasses, I turn to her, and I smile, and I say, hey, I think you should stick at 20, right? And she looks at me like, duh, okay? And now I'm convinced she's just playing hard to get, okay? So I think it's a sweet ploy, but just in case she's not ploying, I start to, impress her by dropping large sums of money on the table, and I continue to lose, and still, all right, she says nothing, so I start to subtly hum the theme from Cheers. Still there's no acknowledgement. And suddenly she looks up at Rick, who's got his third blackjack in a row, and she says, I swear this happened, she says, hey, aren't you a stand-up? Yeah, you're a stand-up, right? I saw you on Arts and Entertainment. You're great. I love you. Oh, you were so great. And I'm on a sitcom, that's on 4 times a day in 26 countries around the world. All right, People magazine says I'm one of the 50 best-looking people on the face of the earth. All right? I'm on a commercial that airs 5 times an hour, right? And at least once a week, one of those magazines says I'm getting married to someone I met at a party once, and she's going crazy over Rick. She's kissing him, she's hugging him, she's like an old boyfriend. And she turns and she sees me gawking, and then she says to me, are you as dumb as your character? So our next all-star has been doing stand-up for 10 years. He's been described as a cross between Robin Williams and Jay Leno. Please welcome Jack Cohen.
Thanks a lot. Looks like we're going to have a summit. I have no idea why. Do you realize these two guys don't even speak the same language? They don't. They use interpreters. And anyone with half a sense of humor. I think he said your wife's a pig. Hey, don't get hot at me, man. I'm just telling you what I hear, right? I'm sure the Russians will offer a missile deal, too. Absolutely. Every other week now, they're willing to take down more missiles. Somebody over there in Russia finally figured it out. They're sitting there going, man, we have all these missiles protecting our stuff, and we have no stuff to protect. Man, I just want a ham sandwich. That's all I want. Not like our country, no way. We got all our missiles protecting the stuff the Japanese own. What happened there? We were a world power, now we're a rent-a-cop for Japan. Talk about missiles. See what the president wants to do with our MX missiles? He wants to put them on trucks, drive them around the country so that the Soviets can't target our missiles. Yeah, somebody in a meeting actually came up with this idea. It had to be on Friday and real close to 5 o'clock. I don't know, just put them on trucks and drive them around the country. What's scary about that is the guy driving the truck is going to be some 17-year-old kid who dropped out of high school, sitting there going, got a rocket in my pocket! Woo! And they test these missiles all the time. They're not very accurate. I saw a test where they set up a target 4,000 miles away. The idea of the test was launch a missile, hits the target. Well, 20 seconds into the air, this thing spiraled way out of control. We had to blow it up. See, I think that should be our nuclear program. We should just tell the world, look, we don't know where it's gonna go. So we don't want no shit out of any of you. That's one good thing about getting older. The Army doesn't want me anymore. If I try to join now, they'll tell me I'm too old past my physical peak. What they don't tell me is that my intellect has grown 100-fold since I was 18. That's why they don't want me. You teach an 18-year-old how to hit a beach, and you teach me how to hit a beach. That 18-year-old's gonna hit that beach and figure, I gotta kill everyone or be killed. And I'm gonna hit that beach and figure, man, I can't kill everyone. I'm out of here. I'm sure I'll turn to that 18-year-old and say, case of beer says, you can't do it alone. But forget about joining the military now. They're talking about cutting back. They're going to cut back on the troops by 100,000 in Europe. Could you imagine what a loser you got to feel like when you get laid off from the Army? I don't know what you think about President Bush, but I think he's got to be the luckiest guy in the world. Everything. I mean, this guy went from an unelectable wimp to the most popular president we've ever had. And everything's going his way. Democracy's breaking out all over the world. Hostages are getting set free. Chemical plants he doesn't like are burning down by accident. You know the Democrats have to be walking around every time something positive like this in the world happens. The Democrats have to be standing there going, damn it! But in the interviews they're going, no, we're real happy, everything's I hate this guy, I'm gonna kill him in a minute. He's very conservative for my liking, the president. He's for life in prison without parole. Sounds like a good idea, but if you work there, how are you supposed to control these guys? They're never getting out. It's like, hey, boys, settle down, get back in them cells. Hey, I'm never getting out. What are you gonna do? Bump it up to never, ever? Talk about conservative. The Supreme Court has now passed a ruling that allows a person to deny somebody employment if their accent is too thick. That's scary. What's scary about it is it was based on a case of a guy trying to get a job at the Department of Motor Vehicle. What, were they afraid he was going to slow things down? You see who has to go to court recently? I saw this. Ben Johnson has to go to court. He got in a fight. He was in his car, pulled up to a light. Some kid was walking by, he kicked the car, they got out, got in a fight. Could you imagine this poor kid? He's out, had a couple of beers, he thinks he's bad. He kicks his car, this steroid monster climbs out, sitting there going, oh my God, it's Ben Johnson. What are you gonna do, run? I was reading Cosmopolitan magazine today. I read Cosmo because I feel like I'm getting a glimpse at the opposing team's game plan. Hey, I'll tell you what, guys. According to this magazine, we are losing the battle of the sexes. Women are raising their own children, they have their own careers, a couple D-cell batteries. We're out of there. Oh, settle down. I'll tell you what, the women are raising their own children, though, and have their own careers. They're starting to experience the pressure of being a breadwinner. Yeah, the pressure that men have been under for a long, long time. Go ahead, give me your little evil stares, your little hisses. That's cool. Come on. That's good. Hey, I'll tell you what, with all that pressure 10 years from now, it'll be commonplace to see a woman with just a little hair on each side of her head, a couple of strands going across the top. They had a survey in this magazine. They asked men, would you rather have women initiate sex? Overwhelmingly, men said yes. Women countered with the argument saying, yeah, but every time we do, we get rejected and criticized. Well, welcome to the club. Thanks a lot, you guys have been great.
All right, you're about to meet a real clown. No, really, really. He's a graduate of the Ringling Brothers Clown College and spent a year with the circus. Since then, he's clowned around as an opening act for Gloria Estefan. Please welcome Chaz Elsner.
How you doing? Well, I'm glad you're all excited. Did I rip that? Whoa! I sure ripped. Well, I've got good news. I'm going to be a father. In about 11 months. Yeah, my wife and I were working on it. We went to our family doctor to make sure we're doing everything okay. And he had said that since my wife had been on the pill for 5 years, what we're supposed to do is stop that. And for 4 months, all this stuff to just flush out of her system, just flush. Because you see, the pill is a drug that affects a woman's whole system. No wonder women are like, honey, can we... Is that me? So in the meantime, for these 4 months, I've got to wear one of these Hubba Bubba rubber things. Holy smokes, it's been 15 years ago since the last time I had to buy one of these. Oh, and they've got new ones now. They've got one just for her pleasure. Rib condoms. Have you seen these things? All they got is little all over the place. This is supposed to please a woman? Come on. Please a woman, we'd have to come out with a condom called Speed Bumps. Is this stuff too real for you? Oh, boy. Well, I guess it's going to be a little difficult for my wife and I to have a child because I'm on the road 48 weeks out of the year. Oh, yeah. Each one of my tours are about 8 weeks long. You know, in 8 weeks, you can build up a lot of testosterone. Yes, you can. I'll come home, my wife and I will jump in bed, and I'll just shoot her across the room, I tell you. And she's kind of like, whee! Oh, boy. Well, there's a lot of beautiful babes out there on the road, I'll tell you. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. But I will not cheat on my wife. Because I love my house. I like going to discos because there's so much smoke in the air. People sneeze. I love watching people sneeze. There are so many different types of sneezes out there. Some people, they try to hold in their sneeze. Some people try to hold it in, but they turn into elephants. My favorite are these people that sneeze so hard they do bodily harm to themselves. They got a great wind-up into it. It's like... Ooh, boy. Kind of excited. Monday I get to shoot my wife across the room. I'm looking forward to that. Well, I know my wife loves me because on Christmas she got me one of these. She got me a watch. You ever notice loved ones seem to always buy you a gift that ruins your best excuse? And mine was, I'm sorry I'm late, honey. I didn't realize what time it was. She got me a watch. It's great. I got her aspirin. You know when you get married, your whole life changes? Oh, yeah. See, when I was single, I was going through one roll of toilet paper a month. I get married, all of a sudden, I'm going through one roll of toilet paper a day. Honey, where's this stuff going? I don't know. I finally found out she uses it to take off her makeup. Oh, and you ladies, we hear the same thing every night. You get up to go to the bathroom, we hear it. Who left the toilet seat up? Don't you look? No, why should I? You're the one that's supposed to put it down. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll always leave it down. See, every man in this room right now is going, damn straight! Except the married ones, they're going, Can one of you ladies please tell me what the hell are show towels for? I washed my hands. Don't use those. Those are show towels. Jesus. Those are show towels. Only guests get to use those show towels. Of course, guests come over and go, ooh, I bet those are show towels. I'll just use some of this toilet paper. That's funny, when you get married, you just go out with other married people. Oh, yeah. And us guys, we grab the front seat because we think that's where we should be. Actually, see, the ladies want to be in the back seat in case we say anything stupid. And you know, your first year of marriage, all you do is learn. Learn. See, I gotta tell you, on hot summer nights, my wife, she'll jump in bed nude, naked, nothing on. Took me a year to figure out that doesn't mean I'm getting laid. You guys remember the most exciting time you ever had with a woman? This is like when you're 12 to 18 years old. And for the first time, you got to see breasts. I know I can feel it in all you guys going, yes, Chaz, tell me more. I remember the first time I got to see breasts, and when some something like this.
All right, let's get all our comedy all-stars back out here. Rick Corso. Pam Stone. Steve